vaults lie 1,000 fragments of other worlds. Some may be bought, others he would never sell.
Certain meteorites are sold by the pound. Other meteorites are sold by the carat. Normally, meteorites go for about the same price as silver. Many meteorites are sold around the price of gold, and other meteorites like the Mars rocks and the Moon rock are much more expensive than diamonds.
Haig values his Martian meteorite at around $60,000 per ounce, making this chunk worth about $6 million. If you can't afford a whole meteorite, then you can buy a part. Dicing and slicing is part of the business. Haig's not just a dealer trading other people's labor. In search of his commodity, he's prepared to risk his neck.
I found the best way is to go to places where meteorites have fallen before, know what you're looking for, and then search in that area. Because you know they found them there before, there should be a few more that they missed. And another way is to go to dry desert areas where there's no grass and no rocks and try to find rocks or stones in these areas because they had to have fallen there. There's no other way they would have got there.
Robert Haig and his partner Heidi scan the Arizona desert for chunks from the heavens. And from his bird's eye view, he scours the ground.
Heidi, do you read me? Copy. I read you. Well, I saw a couple things here. I'm going to turn around and come back and check. Black rock down there. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed. Can you come over here and meet me?
You come in first, and I'll meet you there.
Check this out.
More often than not, they find nothing but common pebbles.
Just a piece of steel, I think.
Like prospectors, they're looking for the big strike. One find can make all the difference.
The Corvette was purchased by selling a piece of Mars rock. When Bob first got the Mars rock, he was able to sell a portion of it to another collector, and that first turnaround of cash from the piece of Mars rock went directly to pay for the Corvette, and he bought it outright.
Fallen moon rock has also been good to Haig. He paid $60 for a piece now worth about $1 million.
You know, collecting meteorites has been a full-time hobby and passion and work for me for the last 20 years. I risked my life, I risked my money, I risked my well-being all over the planet in many different godforsaken places.
He's always ready to go look for a meteorite. He's got passport, money, backpack, and he'll go in the next 5 minutes if something new falls.
Well, searching for meteorites has gotten me in trouble a few times. At one place in particular, we were down in Argentina. I was trying to buy one of the largest meteorites in the world down there, 37 tons. Turned out the guy who said he owned it wasn't the real owner. They said it's a national treasure. The police came with machine guns and put us all in jail for a few days, but it wasn't so bad. It turned out we were released within a week. Lost some money, but overall it was a great adventure. And hey, at least we tried for the big ones, right?
Haig can spot a meteorite at 20 paces. Often he uses a metal detector, but it's given him his share of false hits.
Some wire.
As well as his own, he'll deal with finds other people have unearthed.
They'll drive all the way from across the states, show up at our front door, and with a big rock, and they're all excited, and I open the trunk, and I go, oh, man, I'm sorry, this is not a meteorite. And there's three things. First, they get really mad at me. They say, Grandpa saw it fall. You calling my grandpa a liar? Next thing, no peace, man, it was cool. Next thing, they get mad at each other. They start crying and screaming, I told you not to do it. Third thing that always happens, they ask me if I still want to buy it. The idea here is to get everybody on Earth trying to find these meteorites. Because researchers, scientists, chemists, we need these things to study.
Hey, Dr. Crane. I was out hiking yesterday, and I found this rock.
Geologist
Really heavy.
David Kring appreciates every new find. He, too, has optimistic hunters.
Yeah, the rest of the rocks were like gray and pink.
Well, it is really heavy, and iron meteorites are heavy like this. It does have a dark surface, much like the fusion crust produced on a meteorite that goes to the atmosphere. And you see, it also has these indentations.
Huh. You can just stick your finger right.
And these indentations we call thumbprints. And that's another feature that is oftentimes produced when an object goes through the Earth's atmosphere. Was there a hole or anything like that where it was found?
No, that was really strange. Usually, aren't there supposed to be like craters or...
They don't always. An object this small loses all of its cosmic velocity when it goes through the Earth's atmosphere, and it may not be moving fast enough to actually produce a crater. But you know, if this is a meteorite, it should be very strongly magnetic. So let's check this magnet. And look at that. That magnet sticks. So this, in fact, could be an iron meteorite. If it's all right with you, we'd like to run some more tests on it.
Oh, sure.
The chemical fingerprints of these visitors yield clues to their origin and type.
Basically, there are two types of meteorites. There are stony meteorites, which weigh about the same as a rock here on the surface of the Earth. Then there are iron meteorites, which are about 3 times heavier for a rock of similar sizes, and these are made up of iron